Hey, Whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Gray Version Season 3. Today we are joined once again by Tortellini. Say hi. Hi. There you go. And we are kicking off our second week of OU this week with a double electric gym battle. And so we are starting off today against gym trainer Uncle Klungar. Say hi, Uncle Klungar. Hello, good job, buddy. And Klungar's Rotom Wash goes down there. Zapdos comes in, and the Zeraora, I think is his name, goes ahead and does something there. Normandy, my Latios this week, Latios? Yeah, Latios. This week is going to throw up the Ice Beam and take down the Zapdos there. It goes down to his own Azombination. So yeah, we've got Glinda, Taka, Joy, Azombination is back, finally no longer banned. And then we've got Rhinox, the Rhyperior, who was completely worthless this week. and Latios. And so yeah, a pretty familiar team for you guys for the most part, but a couple of new faces in there. We've got Joy down against 3 remaining Pokemon, and not going to be able to pull that out. She's got her utility, but taking down half a team is generally speaking not it. So thank you so much for your battle this week, Gym Trainer Uncle Klungar, and let's see what the next Gym Trainer's got in store for us, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, and here we are up against Gym Trainer Espresso Cat, and they lead off with their Regieleki and their Emolga. U-turning out, bringing in the Dracozolt. Glinda starts setting up the Calm Mind. Rhinox is... Actually, I think this is the only battle that Rhinox had any actual utility. Everybody else came fully prepared to stomp on any ground types with water moves or grass moves or something. Decent coverage with grass moves, but yeah, so ECAT wasn't expecting the lightning rod, I don't think. I was like, what is going on? I keep attacking Glinda, but it's not hitting Glinda. And I'm like, yeah, it's the abilities. In doubles, it keeps them from from laning. So what lightning rod does is it draws electric moves into itself. So in doubles, that means that no matter who you're attacking, it's going to sorry, Tortelli's being wiggly. It's going to force the move onto somebody else, and it also grants immunity to electric, so makes the moves no good. It actually boosts special attack, which luckily for everybody, none of my lightning rod Pokemon were special attackers, but we've got Glinda and Rhinox in up against the Porygon 2 and well, now the Emolga. The Ice Beam comes out from Porygon 2. Rhinox gonna hang out, throw up the Swords Dance to get over the burn, and Porygon 2 goes out, pull me in, the Magnezone comes back in, the Flash Cannon coming, finishing off Rhinox there, the Psyshock finishing off the Emolga, at which point Azombination comes back in, throwing up the Stomping Tantrum. Why the Magnemite line doesn't get Levitate, I will never understand. And then the Psyshock are gonna do a little bit of damage, not enough to finish off, but the Low Kick gonna do it there. So we claim our first victory in the week up against Gym Trainer Espresso Cat. So thank you so much, ECAT. I greatly appreciate your participation. Let's jump on to the next Gym Trainer, shall we? Here we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against Gym Trainer Pocket Flygon. Flygon leads off with their Regieleki and Tapu Koko, and gonna do some good damage up against Taka. Taka's going to get some good damage back up on the Tapu Koko, however, but then going to go down to the Ancient Power from the Reggie there. At which point then, Glinda going to finish off the Regieleki. Oh, don't press that button. That's the mute button. If you press that, that one's going to be bad. And Glinda going to take a hard Flash Cannon there from the Steel Bug type, and Tapu Koko going to go down. At which point Zapdos comes in, the Flash Cannon going to do good damage to Rhinox as well as Zapdos sets up the Tailwind. The Psyshock going to do decent damage, but not enough to put a stop to what Zapdos is throwing out there. Zapdos is going to be able to heal up with a bit of a Roost, and I finally get the Rocks up. Hopefully that'll help us in the remainder of the battle. The Dracozolt comes in, the Flash Cannon finally finishing off Rhinox, and the Ice Beam going to take down the Dragon Electric type there on switch in. At which point then Zeraora comes in, and the Zapdos comes in taking decent damage. Normandy going to go down, and Joy going to be left with just a Zombination is back up there. The knockoff doing good damage on Joy. Thankfully, it doesn't really hurt us. Heavy Boots isn't really doing us any good once we switch in anyway. So, at which point we're down to Zeraora and Genesect. Zeraora going to take down a Zombination, and then Joy is once again going to be left standing. Flash Cannon going to do some decent damage. She's pretty specially defensive, but not enough to withstand everything that's getting thrown at her here, and going to eventually go down. So thank you so much for your participation this week, Gym Trainer Pocket Flygon. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next battle, shall we? Here we go. Say, here we go. Not quite. All right, let's do it. Alrighty, guys, here we are up against Gym Trainer Shunosaurus. And to start off here, Raichu throws up the Fake Out, puts Glinda out of action, but Taka able to finish off the Lantern with a Poltergeist. At which point then Matilda the Dragonite switches in, throws up the Aqua Tail, and finishes off our Fire type there. So down goes Taka. Normandy then switches in, forces out the Dragonite. Raichu takes the Ice Beam that was intended for Dragonite. The Magnezone throws up the Discharge, which apparently Raichu's got the Lightning Rod. So it gets the boost, but my Pokemon still get hit. Maybe multi-target moves don't get protection from lightning. I don't know how a Lightning Rod works necessarily. Maybe each team is defended. Obviously, it's not going to defend its own team. Yeah. Anyway, I did use Volt Switch at one point in a previous week and managed to boost my own Pokemon instead of attacking the opponent's Pokemon. And you're dropping things. Oh my goodness. So then we've got the Sceptile and the Dracozolt here. Joy going to take a hard Outrage, and Zombination going to throw up a Freeze Dry there. Both Pokemon up around half now. The Zombination takes a hard Leaf Blade and another Outrage there for Joy. This Freeze Dry enough to finish off the Dracozolt, so that works out nicely. Leaf Blade going to finish off a Zombination though, and then the Ice Punch coming from the Dragonite going to finish off Joy. At which point then Rhinox switches into a Grass-type Pokemon and a Dragon-type who, well, has Ice Punch there, but has already taken out another Pokemon of ours with a Water move. So, a lot of options there for Shun in the end, and our team goes down. So thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Trainer Shunosaurus. I greatly appreciate it. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Here we go. Come on, say, here we go. No, we're still not going to do it. Okay, next one. Alrighty, guys, here we are up against Gym Trainer Scad, and this is our final Gym Trainer battle for the week, because being a doubles gym, we actually have 2 gym leaders this week. What's shocking? We had 2 really good battles that I wanted to highlight. So we've got Scad, and she's got her... Don't press the mute button, buddy. Are we still ready? Yeah, we're still registering. Scad's got her Charger Bug out on the field, as well as her Rotom Wash. Glinda bounces back the Toxic, and so the Charger Bug is going to get some Toxic damage there, which is going to end up proving to be helpful, because this Charger Bug is no joke with its defenses. There goes Rhinox once again down to a coverage grass move or something. A lot of grass knots coverage on a lot of Pokemon, apparently. Glinda then going to... throw up the Psyshock. Not really doing much here. We don't really have much for Charge Bug. We had a Stone move on Rhinox, but other than that, we're pretty much out of luck. So we got the Electivire throwing up the Wild Charge. The Volt Absorb heals up a Zombination a little bit, so we get lucky there. And then the Psyshock going to finish off the Electivire. But yeah, Charge Bug still on the field, at which point then the Metagross comes in. I felt bad about that Meteor Mash until a little later in the battle. But Meteor Mash misses initially. They're going to land on Glinda that time, though, and the Stomping Tantrum, not enough to really do anything of note to the Charge Bug. Normandy finally comes in, finishes off, gets that thing off the field at least. Next Meteor Mash lands and finishes off a Zombination. Normandy throws up the Earthquake. Joy tanks it really well. The Raichu goes down, but then he's not going to survive another turn, and the Metagross is going to take it out. At which point then the Meteor Mash going to land on Joy and finish off. I don't think we probably could have managed to finish the Metagross in one Seismic Toss, but the Choice Banded attack boosted stab meter mash from a pseudo-legendary shockingly took down my specially defensive Pokemon. So, good battle from Gym Trainer Scad. I greatly appreciate your participation this week. Even if we squeaked in under the wire there. Nope, you can't have that mouse. I need that one. The other one you can play with because it's not plugged into anything. No. We taught Tortellini sign language, so I just told him he couldn't play with the mouse, and he just said, please and more. He's like, I need more toys to play with. But thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Trainer Scat. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next one. Show you more. Yeah, I know. We're gonna go. I promise. All right, here we go. 2 more battles. Alrighty, guys, and here we are with the first of the 2 gym leader battles this week up against Gym Leader Nougat. The Watson throws up the Earthquake. Glinda and Rhinox both take that pretty well. The Fake Out going to keep Rhinox from doing anything, though, with the flinch. Normandy switches in favor of Glinda. Rhinox throws up the Earthquake. Watson protects, and the Pikachu has the balloon, so it doesn't end up doing us any good at all. Normandy goes ahead and finishes off the Pikachu. Was at the very least wanted to get rid of the balloon, but managed to take it out, so that worked out well enough, I guess. Rhinox goes down to Watson's next Earthquake. Glinda switches back in, takes a hard wild charge there. Normandy's still on the field. Glinda able to finish off with a Psyshock there. At which point, then, we've got Pachirisu the Clefairy and the Rotom Heat on the field. Nougat was telling me that he's got this team built from a Pikachu Cup event that he did at one point. And Pachirisu was the only non-legal Pokemon that he couldn't have used. He had Pachirisu on his original team, but wasn't legal in Swish, so added the Clefairy. But everything else was true to the Pikachu Cup team that he had built previously. So that was fun. Joy comes in and throws up the Seismitoss, finishing off the Helioptile. Takaf then switches in, takes a Shadow Ball there. Takes it really well, though. I guess it's not Stab from the Rotom Heat anymore, and it had a special attack lower. But then able to finish off the Rotom Heat with the Poltergeist, and we take first victory in our gym leader battles. So yeah, let's move into the next one. Thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Leader Nougat. Nice to see you pop back in here. I know you already had a team built from something else, and so it made it easier for you to get in. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen you, but always enjoy seeing faces pop back in. So thank you so much for participating. Let's jump into the next one, shall we? Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Hiya! That's good enough. All right, here we go. Alrighty, and here we are with our final battle of the week up against our second gym leader, Codeman. Glinda and Rhinox lead off. Rhinox goes down immediately to the Rotom Wash there. A Zombination going to take the Iron Head. Takes it better than I would have expected, but I guess it's not Stab. Yeah, no, not Stab. I was like, wait, is that what I wanted to say? Yes, it was. Zombination is burned, so that's going to neuter some of our moves here. Glinda gets affected by the Pain Split. The Stomping Tantrum lands, but doesn't really do much for us there. Glinda doing better with her Psyshocks, even without having set up Calm Mind yet. Glinda going to go down to the Thunder Punch, Thunder Bolt combo there, and a Zombination going to finish off the Rotom Wash with a Freeze Dry there. Taka with Lightning Rod back in play this week. Went ahead, I switched it once. Last week was the first time, and then we rolled it to Electric Gym. I was like, well, we're going back to it. So we've got Taka on the team here. Throws up that Earthquake. Normandy's got Levitate, so able to take down both of Codeman's Pokemon there with the Earthquake. Very nice play from Taka there. The Ice Beam coming up from Normandy doing good damage up against the Dracozolt. Regieleki on the field. And the Earthquake coming from Rex going to take down Taka there. Joy then switches in, battling side by side with Normandy. The Bolt Beak is going to miss, which I do feel bad about. That probably would have hurt. Then he's down to his Ultra Beast there, and Franklin going to take a Earthquake fairly well for an electric type. Joy going to throw up the Soft Boil, and Normandy going to go down. But we've got a Zombination in the wings. Joy going to get that Seismic Toss off. The Dazzling Gleam finishes off a Zombination, leaving just Joy versus Ultra Beast, and Joy able to finish off. So, take our second victory in our double electric gym this week. Well, not our second victory. I think it was our third or fourth victory, but second victory against our second gym leader. So thank you to everyone who participated this week. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. A lot of good battles. A lot of I've never battled a Regieleki before. And yes, it's so. You singing? Yeah, you tell him, buddy. You tell him. But yeah, I didn't really get very far in that DLC, so I've not messed with Regieleki at all. I didn't think about it when I was doing my planning. Obviously, it's a pure electric type, but everybody had one, and obviously the Regis have got pretty good. Yeah, that's true. Regis have got pretty good stats, so yeah, that was challenging. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for participating this week. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump over to the spreadsheet, and we will get you guys figured out for what you're going to be doing next week. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Tortellini's waving at the screen. You're so good. Alrighty, guys, here we are with the spreadsheet. We got to figure out what we're going to be doing for our battles next week. Now, we are still in OU. We had a bit of a mismatch on the number of badges and the number of tiers, so we did some voting and yada, yada, yada. RNG ended up with a second week of OU, which makes sense. Toward the end of the game, you're all kind of fully evolved and at your peak and everything like that, so I think it makes sense logistically. Either that or a second week of Little Cup I probably would have, or a second tier of Little Cup I would have probably gone for. But anyway, we've got a second batch of OU battles ahead of us, so we just did a gym, so we got to randomize for our encounter. So let's go ahead and put 3 in there, and we get a 2, which is hey, it's a root trainer battle. You guys were just complaining that we didn't get enough root trainer battles in this, and there we go. RNGesus is with you, and also with you. There we go. Put that back. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we've got to randomize. Okay, so now we got to randomize the root type. So we've got to do 1 through 6. So here, let me highlight this so we don't all forget. We got a root trainer battle. We got a 1 through 6. Pop a 6 there. And 5. It's a volcano. All right, so we're on Mount Ember, I guess, is really the only volcano route that I can think of off the top of my head. Although I guess there's a volcano route in Alola. Anyway, we're on a volcano. You guys do with that information as you will. If you want to be a hiker or a fire dancer or whatever, you want to be a bug catcher, I don't care. It's just kind of to help you guys get in the role play, I guess. So we've got an OU volcano route. I guess our Elite Four. Well, no, this isn't the Victory Road because we've got a gym battle still. So yeah, no, I was thinking, but no, this is pre Gym 8. So I guess we're heading to Cinnabar Island or something. But anyway. Yeah, you got an OU root trainer volcano match coming up. Oh, we've got to roll the battle format. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so 1 through 2, and it's a 1, which means singles. So man, you guys are getting everything you want this week. Yeah, RNGesus is with you for sure. So we've got a volcano root trainer OU battle in the single battle format. So there we go, guys. Hope you guys have fun building your teams. I will be out and hopefully ready by Monday morning as usual. So yeah, just get your teams put together this weekend, and that's right. And I will see you guys out there next week. Anyway, I've been Tortimer the Gray, and this has been Tortellini. Say bye. There you go. He's waving. He's not good at saying bye yet. He just learned to say hi. But bye is still just a wave. But anyway, guys, we've been the Grays, and you guys have been great. Make sure to those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys, and we will see you all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.